Alright, when you're learning how to tat, one of the first things you're going to learn how to do is how to tat a ring. And in order to tat a ring, what you're going to do is take your left hand and basically loop the thread around all of those fingers and pinch it. So you're going to have all your thread around all 4 of your fingers and then pinch it with your index and your thumb. And then your right hand holds the shuttle, which becomes your working thread. Now, I loop my shuttle a little bit differently, like I hold my shuttle a little different than everybody else tells her because I taught myself how to do this, but the motion, like the path of the thread is the same, so it's still tatting. And what I do is you go underneath, to start you go underneath this thread, and then what most people do is they somehow switch their hands like this to come between, but I can't do that. So then you get to something like this. So basically I'll do that again. You're going to go underneath this thread, and then I turn my shuttle to go between the 2 threads. So you can see my thread has gone between those 2 threads right there. So then you're going to get to this loop where it's looped around your left hand. And you don't want it to be looped around your left hand. This is the main thing of tatting, the main lesson you have to learn. This is really the only lesson you have to learn in tatting. Everything else is aesthetics. This is the only functionality, is you have to learn how to relax those fingers and tug on this working thread so you can do what is called transferring that knot. And see how now it's looped around my working thread? That is the only thing you have to learn how to do in tatting. Everything else, all the other tips are just how to make it look pretty. So that's the first half of your stitch. The second half of your stitch comes from doing the reverse. So this time you're going to go over this thread and then between the 2, like so. And again, it's currently around that left hand thread. So now I want to transfer the knot. So in order to transfer the knot, I need to relax those fingers a little bit while simultaneously pulling on my working thread, and you see it's transferred. I just pull that tight, pull my fingers back tight, and you can see that's your first stitch. That's called a double stitch, double half stitch, double half stitch. And you can check to see if you're transferring this knot because your thread should be able to move. So if you're a beginner, when I was learning tatting, every stitch I did, I would tug on my thread to make sure it transfers. Because the issue if it doesn't transfer, then you can tug and tug and tug on your thread and it will just break. So we can do a couple more of these. You're going to go under. Now you're starting again, so you're going under. And then between the 2, you're going to have to transfer, relax those fingers, transfer that knot, like so. And now I tense my fingers back up to get it taut. And then you do the reverse for the other half of the stitch. So you're going to go over and then between the 2. So again, relax those fingers, tug on this thread, transfer the knot. So now I have 2 double half stitches. And as you work, this left hand, this loop is going to get tighter around those fingers, so you're just going to pull the end and you'll have more thread. And I can just keep going under, between these 2, relax these fingers, transfer the knot. And then the reverse, above, between the 2, relax your fingers, tug on that thread, transfer the knot. Now I've got 3. I'm going to make this wider or longer, whatever. Under, between the 2, transfer that knot. Then the reverse, above and between the 2, transfer that knot. I'm just going to go on a little bit and show you what to do once you get all of the stitches on there that you should have. All right, so let's say this is all the stitches you're gonna have. You're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At this point, you're just gonna pull on this thread to close your ring. And again, this is very bulky thread, very, very bulky. It's not thread, it's whatever this stuff is, but it's very, very bulky for the demonstration. That's a ring. That's a tatted ring right there.